Assalamu alaikum, dear students. So today we are going to discuss the third natural resource, that is soil. Dear students, ये 9th साइंस के बायोलॉजी यूनिट का टॉपिक है और यूनिट का नाम है नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज एंड द टॉपिक इज मिनरल रिच इन द सॉइल और formation of soil. Dear students, soil is an important natural resource. Soil consists of minerals which are necessary for the growth and development of different living forms, especially the plants. Dear students, हमने पहले जो दो नेचुरल रिसोर्स को डिस्कस किया वो है वाटर और एयर, और तीसरा जो नेचुरल रिसोर्स है दिस इज द सॉइल. So dear students, how this soil is formed? And what the soil is, ये मैन चीज़ है जो हम इस टॉपिक में सीखेंगे. सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, soil is actually the top या upper part of the earth, top layer or upper part of the earth, which we called crust. So this crust, it is what we call the soil. And how it is formed? Actually, huge rocks or big boulders, they are turned into pieces or powder and some humus is combined with these powder rocks, and both these things, they form what we call the crust or the soil. So dear students, let us see how these huge rocks or big boulders, they are turned into powdered rocks. Dear students, there are various factors by which the soil changes into these huge rocks. They are changed, turned into powder, or they are turned into very small pieces. The first factor is sun, and the second factor is water, and the third factor is wind, and the fourth one is there are other factors which convert or which turn huge rocks or boulders into small pieces or powder or the plants. So let us discuss these one by one. Dear students, if we take the case of sun, suppose this is the sun, and the sun rays, they fall on stones, huge stones or rocks. These rocks, they hold the different minerals, and dear students, here the heat rays from the sun, they fall on stone and heating of the stone takes place. But here uneven heating takes place. Why uneven heating takes place? Dear students, actually what happens, because there are some factors due to which the uneven heating of these rocks takes place. some of the factors are the shape of the rock, that may be uneven shape, different shape, and some parts of the rocks receive more heat from the sun and other parts receive less heat, and sometimes the direction of the sun rays may be different. So these factors, they lead to the uneven heating of the rocks. So dear students, after this there are two factors. One is the uneven expansion. Uneven expansion. So due to uneven heating of these rocks, uneven expansion of the rocks takes place. And second one is that after after immediate cooling of the rock, these two factors, they make the rock to break or develop cracks like this. These are the various cracks that occur in the rocks due to the uneven heating of these rocks by the sun. So dear students, let me come on the second factor, that is water. Dear students, water also contributes to the powder formation of these huge rocks or boulders. There are two ways by which water takes place in this process. So first way is that water enters these cracks which are produced in the rocks by the uneven heating of the sun, and when the water enters in these cracks, upon cooling, this water, it gets frozen or it freezes and the ice formation takes place. Since the ice, it occupies much space as compared to water, and that is why it leads to the breakage of the rock. Breakage of the rock. And secondly, the running water, the running water, it carry boulders and huge rocks with it, and by the force of water or by the pressure of the running water, these rocks, they strike with one another, and due to which these rocks, they break and they turn into pieces, and due to which small stones, which we call smooth pebbles, sand or clay formation takes place. So in this process, huge rocks, boulders, they turn into small stones, into sand, into small pebbles. So dear students, coming on the third one, that is the wind. How wind contributes to the formation of these powdered rocks or to the formation of the soil. So dear students, wind creates a kind of friction against the rock, when the moving air that we called wind, it moves with a huge speed, and it creates a friction against the rock, and the rock is rubbed, and due to which the small and loosely attached or loosely bound rock particles, they get separate out, and due to this process, these rocks or gradually they are turned into small pieces or powders. Dear students, uh, you must know that the third one, that is the plants, how plants contribute to the formation of powdered rocks, or how plants contribute to the formation of or to the disintegration or breakage of these huge rocks. Dear students, certain plants like mosses or lichens do contribute in this process, which we discuss in next video class. Dear students, you must remind that this process of formation of soil, or this process of conversion of huge rocks or boulders into powdered rocks, this process takes thousands of years, thousands of years, and we can say that it is a slow and gradual process. So the formation of soil, or we can say the conversion of huge rocks into powder, it is a slow and gradual process. So this topic, it will be discussed in two parts. So in today's part we have discussed how huge rocks, they are turned down into powdered rocks or small rock pieces, and we have discussed how sun, water and wind contributes in this process, and in next video class we will discuss how plants work in this process. And dear students, you must remind that this powdered form of rocks, it is not the soil, it is a part of the soil. We can't grow any sort of vegetation in this powdered soil. Once the humus mixes with these powdered rocks, and both these two, that is the powdered rocks and the humus, they form the upper or top layer of the earth, which we call crust, and which is also known as soil. So in the next class we will discuss its remaining portion. Thanks.